Hi, and thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit more about World Global Network. Most likely already you've seen a few introductory videos that talked about what the Hilo is, how World Global Network works, and this overview and this presentation is really to kind of give you a 30,000 foot view of everything the company has now and a few things that we're working on into the future. So we're going to look at the product side really quickly one more time, and then we're going to hop right into the business of World Global Network. Before we do that, always want to do an income disclosure notice. All the things I'm going to show you today, of course, the only way to acquire them is with skills, work effort, commitment, leadership, and capability. So everything is determined on ourselves. One of the questions I looked at when I first started learning a little bit more about World Global Network was, if you knew that by the year 2020, if you could look in a crystal ball and you knew there would be an emerging is a big word, tech market worth $34 billion in revenue, and you could have the number one technology product in that entire revenue space, would you want to learn more about it? And that's what we're talking about today. One of the, probably the biggest, most recognized people in business of success is Bill Gates. He talks about the secret of success in business is detecting where the world will go and get there first. So things that I'm going to show you tonight, you're probably familiar with certain types of technologies that are out in the market. So we're not first to market in terms of the concept, but we are first to market in terms of the technology and the direction of where this company is going. One of the things that is really important is understanding what wearable technology is. If you look in the lower left-hand corner where it says in the Wall Street Journal, in 2013, you're looking at an 8 million market. In 2016, 111 million market. And so when you look at that growth, you know that this is an emerging market. This is something that is new, and most people that are purchasing wearable technology are purchasing a new wearable technology. Some that might be ahead of the curve, they might be purchasing a new technology when it comes out, but wearable technology is still new and it's emerging. The wearable tech market will be worth $34 billion. One of my favorite things in Time Magazine here, how wearable tech will change your life, like it or not. So if you're a person that goes, I don't wear a watch, or I don't wear a Fitbit, or I don't wear this, or I don't wear that, just know that's the same as if somebody would say, I wouldn't use a cell phone or I wouldn't get on Facebook. In the next 10, 15, 20 years, wearable technology will just be a part of our world. It's also called the Internet of Things. This is where you're giving things the ability to network with each other, and that's what the Hilo does. It's headed by Fabio Galdi, is actually the CEO, which you've probably seen in a few of the other videos, but he is the mind behind World that launched in 2011. The company's been around for 6 years, and what they've done over that 6 years is really refined and defined who they want to be in this space, and they're the only company that's creating the technology in the direct sales space, which is so exciting because there really is no competition out there in terms of being able to have a home-based business that focuses around technology. Another key figure in the executive team is Antonio DeRosa, who's actually one of the creative minds behind the iPhone 5, 6, and 7. So when you talk about bringing the right people together into a company that's going to change a lot of lives, that's what World Global Network really has done. And the reason they're called World is because they've taken the best of the best from all over the world, design concepts from Italy, manufacturing concepts from China, and then a lot of other different things as well too. So World is literally a world-based company. It's also publicly traded, so you can see what it was back in 2016. You can see what it's grown to today, and the conservative predictions, if they just continue to grow at the pace they're growing right now, you're looking at a $2 billion company by 2020. Now, if anything crazy happens, that will only become sooner than 2020. If people really start to do what we think they're going to do, and this is not a guesstimate. This is not, will this happen? This is just, it's pure numbers. If the growth continues how it's going, that's where we'll be in 2020. One of the biggest reasons for this is 195 countries. There's 13 global offices. So this is around the world already. If you know people in Thailand or Miami or Vietnam or Ireland or Africa or Russia or China, anywhere, 195 countries, it's available everywhere. And shipping is just getting faster and faster and faster. They just ordered an additional 900,000 units to be sold over the next 4 months. So a lot of exciting things going on. Future is really bright. A lot of the reason is because of the partners that we have. Quality is one of our manufacturers, and the technology that's actually in the Hilo is backed by Toshiba. All of their chips are in our technology. So this is not a company that created their own chips and said, hey, let's see if this works. This is powered by Toshiba, a 50-year-old company. Talk a little bit about the Hilo. You've probably seen a lot already if you've seen a few of the introductory videos, but it's a game changer, and really want to pay attention to that word called healthcare, because that's the future of the Internet of Things, is really entering into this healthcare space. Because one of the challenges that modern medicine has is people go to the doctor when they're sick, but you don't know what happens between doctor visits. And that's really where the Hilo LX can fill in that gap, just for us as a consumer and for the medical industry as a whole, because now they can see what's going on between those visits and monitor and be able to offer suggestions. So everything that a Fitbit does and all the counters that are out there and everything, you can do that with the Hilo, but those are really the basic functionalities of the Hilo. Things like sleep quality, breath rate, emotions, fatigue, guardian function, panic button. One of the greatest and most amazing things about this company is that all these features that it has, and no one knows about World Global Network, but they're number 4 in the entire world. So you're probably familiar with Fitbit, Garmin, Samsung, Sony, HTC, Microsoft, Jawbone, Pebble. World is number 4, and with the upcoming production of 900,000 units, that's going to put them close to number 2, and that's above Garmin. So we're talking about a company that no one knows about because of the distribution model that we've chosen to go down, and huge amounts of growth already going to happen with or without me, and with or without you, who's ever watching this. So few things that it can do. Monitor your loved ones remotely. This is an important aspect of it, where you can see, if the health of a loved one is in jeopardy. You can reach out to them. You can set parameters. This is one of the functionalities that my wife and I really wanted from the get-go. Panic button. If somebody's in stress or something happens to them and they're not able to get to a phone, they can tap the side of the button. It'll give someone an email, a text, and a geolocation of exactly where that person is. Another thing they have is health-enhancing stones, which you probably saw in one of the videos. But what I really love about germanium is it's really combining, the medical, health-based aspect of the device and bringing in a little bit of holistic medicine into the mix. Germanium is a natural occurring semiconductor, and it really affects the body ions and makes it so it increases oxidation in the blood and all these different things. That's provable by science. It's not a lot of hooey. It's really a proven science, and this is embedded into the side of the silicon band of the Hilo. And so this is another cool piece that is not in any other wearable technology. If you look at comparisons, how does Hilo compare to everything else? It knocks it off everything. So, it can do, like we already mentioned, everything that the others do, but it does that much more. And then what's coming is even crazier. When you talk about price point, it's right in the middle of everything. It's not the cheapest, it's not the most expensive, and you get more than, I would say, probably 99% of all the wearables on the market. And there's just so much more to come. Biggest thing that's about to launch this year, they're saying fourth quarter. This was in the news recently, but being able to monitor your blood glucose levels without a finger prick to draw blood. If just 1% of the diabetic market in the United States alone says, yes, I'd love to purchase a Hilo, that's a $2 billion revenue right there for the company. And that's going to happen this year. I want to show you a little slide here. This was from a recent event in Bangkok about a month ago. Right now, the patent is pending already for glucose measurement, so it's already in the works. Alcohol sensor, they have an agreement that no one else can know what your alcohol level is through a wearable technology device oxygenation in the blood is great for somebody that possibly has asthma, or also to prove that the germanium actually works. Fertility prediction, flu detection, pulse diagnostic, which is an algorithm that's built into the Helo, a mosquito shield. Imagine being able to go to Florida or Brazil or wherever, and your Helo will be able to emit a certain frequency that blocks you from the specific kind of mosquito in that area. So very cool technology. So these are things, these are not dreams. This is not like maybe someday. These are already either done or in the works to be done in 2017. What makes all of this work, though, is the same as what makes Apple work. The reason that we're all so familiar with Apple is not because of their technology. It's not because of their devices. There are many more devices and technology out there that's actually better than Apple. But the App Store is what made Apple who they are. Because you could have one device, you could download a million apps, whatever you want to do. And now Helo has the only App Store for a wearable technology device. Now, we're not talking watches. We're talking wearable technology bands, and that is the realm that Helo operates in. So there's an open API for developers to go in. There's already over 80 developers creating apps. There's one app that's coming out called the Lifestyle Index this month. These apps are going to be available to all customers to be able to download and upgrade their Helo to whatever additions they want to bring in through that app store. Another product the company has is Biozen. You might be familiar with electrosmog. All of our devices give off a certain frequency. Biozen is a chip that allows that to be significantly decreased almost to zero. What's coming out next in July is the Infolio. Infolio is a phone designed by World for World. It's our phone. We're not reselling a phone, but it's bezel-less. It works off Android, and it has Biozen built into it. So to me, the Infolio, which I can't wait to get, is basically the Tesla of cell phones, where it has a very low emission rate, where you don't have to be afraid of putting it to your ear and being radiated, which you have to be afraid with other phones. That's why a lot of people use their headphones. And so it's a little different. It's got a really great camera. It's got a frontal camera, 5 megapixel on the bottom, completely bezel-less, fingerprint sensor, very cool coming out. And all of this, again, if we just keep going the way we're going, it's going to be a $2 billion company. But with the introduction of the blood glucose measurement, the introduction of the Infolio, this company is going to go through a surge over the next 6 to 12 months. And you have the ability, if you're watching this right now, to be a part of that surge, which is very unique. Most people come into a company when they've already gone through that surge. And what I love about the business plan here really is a business plan. You might have seen other network marketing companies. I myself have been in the direct sales profession for a little over 14 years. I represented about 6 companies during that time period. And I can tell you it's a great industry to be a part of. And timing is a very big piece of having massive success in this type of business. And what I mean by that is any company that's out there right now, home-based business, you can go make a good $500,000 part-time a month, maybe even more, make a full-time 6-figure income. But if you're someone that's really looking to create a legacy for your family and create an income, up into the 7 figures, that is all about timing, and that's what World Global Network is all about. Again, income disclosure. Income is all earned off effort of the person. No one is granted income here. This is not a get rich quick. You could come in here, not do anything, and have $1 million in volume in one side of your position and do absolutely nothing and make no money because you have to do something to be able to earn income here. And that's what this is. This is a business. This is not one of those things that you see out there where people just join and money keeps being created, which doesn't exist in the world. I mean, if it does, you show it to me, we'll talk. But this is a legitimate business opportunity that anyone can get involved in because, when you look at businesses, you go, okay, what's the track record of success? Are people making money? And there's lots of facts and figures I can show you. The average distributor in world over the last quarter earned, I think $300 or something like that. The lowest ranked person earned like $78 a week or something. So the per person is very high, And then the types of incomes that people have been earning over the last 6 months with this company, are astronomical. You're talking people that are in the top 10 of the entire world of direct selling and network marketing, and that is a fact. It's not something that we can fudge. These are reportable numbers, and this is only over the last 6 months, and this is off products that people didn't even have until literally the last 90 days. So you can only imagine what's going to happen over the next 6 to 12 months. Because when you talk about something that is revolutionary, you want something that is extremely simple and extremely lucrative at the same time. Sometimes it's hard to have that marriage together. It's open in 195 countries, so there's no boundaries. It's not like, if you know somebody overseas, you can't talk to them. No joining fee. It's $0 to join. How you join here is you become a customer. You become part of the network by purchasing a Helo. So there's nothing to buy or do to join the actual company. There's no requalification. We'll talk about that in a second. Once you're qualified for something, you're qualified for life. You don't have to requalify. No chargebacks. People don't buy subscriptions and then take them back and all these kind of things. Everything is upfront and everyone knows what they're getting. No monthly shipping charges. I've been in this world of direct selling, and shipping charges are a big thing where people have to, purchase something every single month, and that value has to continue there for them. If it doesn't, they don't continue with that purchase. Simple and lucrative. Let's look at this really quickly. Referral and fast start commissions. Everything that you sell to someone, you earn 10%. So if I sell a Helo to somebody, I earn 10% of that. Team sales commissions, basically you earn 20%. You can earn up to 20% from the smaller of your two teams. So here we build two teams, Team A and Team B. Whichever is the smaller of the two, that's how you get paid, and you can get paid up to 20% of the total sales volume. Check matching through 10 levels. So all that means is for every person that you enroll as a member with World, if they decide to be a distributor and they bring other people in as well and they earn checks, you can earn a matching from anywhere from 10 to 1% through 10 levels, which will show in a little bit here. But check matching is a huge part of it as well. 1% loyalty box, we'll talk about that in a second. Car bonus and VIP lifestyle trips. Private jet and luxury vacation bonus. They just released this. If you're watching this, you probably see a jet around my head here. Around the presentation, but the private jet is literally you can go anywhere in the world once you hit President Millionaire, which is towards the top of the company, not at the top, but President Millionaire once. You have the ability to fly private jets all over the world and have luxury vacations, and there's a lot of stuff, a lot more information coming out about that too. Also, 2017 leadership stock incentives. I showed you what the stock was back in the beginning of the presentation and where it is now. Imagine being able to get in a technology company before the masses know about it, and it's already number 4 in the world. So let's talk about the 3 steps to success. Super, super easy. Number 1, become a product user. Just like you would if you saw a great wearable technology in the store and you said, hey, I want to buy that. It's become a product user. You pick a pack. There's a couple to choose from. Most people choose the family pack because if somebody's looking at this as a business or just as a person, you can probably think of 4 people that you'd want to monitor health-wise, and you can purchase a family pack. What the family pack does is it drives the cost per unit down. If you buy the box set, which is $319, the family pack comes out to about $270 for the same exact thing. So everyone wants to save money. Most people go with the family pack. There's also a premium pack that drives the price down a little bit more. You get a little bit more value. Again, just depends on how someone wants to get started. Most common is the family pack or the box set, and some people go with the premium pack as well. I've had a few people do that. The BioZen, if somebody wants to do that, right now it's in a bundle, and they can go all out, and you can purchase a premium and a BioZen if you wanted to, and do it all at once and get all the different products, because again, these are your products. You can turn around, you can gift them to people, you can sell them to people, you can do whatever you want with those products, but again, family pack is the most common one. Once somebody purchases a family pack, that allows them to then, you buy a Helo, then you can sell a Helo. So there's no other thing you have to do or purchase or be a part of. When you buy a Helo, then you can sell a Helo, and you earn 10% from every product that person that you referred purchases. How we go to number 2 is becoming a team builder. So this is how we go to that next step of going, okay, maybe you want to look at this as a business, not just referring people to purchase the Hilo. So what a team builder is a team builder has now referred two people basically, and one person on their left and one person on their right for a total of 450 in sales volume. Now 450 in sales volume, oh, I have an extra zero in there on the right side, so don't pay attention to the extra zero there. But what that means is that a person on your left and right has purchased one family or premium pack or above. Or it could be 5 single packs because the one single pack is 100 sales volume, and so you could do 5 of those and still qualify for this. This is a cumulative qualification. It's over time. You don't have to do this in any sort of time period. Most people, they do this in their first 24 to 72 hours because they know 1 or 2 people that would want to purchase a package. And when you do this, you qualify for 20% of that TVC, that team commissions, where you're earning 20% off of your smaller team. If you only qualify at 10%, that's called a partner, and that means you have 100 SV on your left and 100 sales volume on your right. So again, cumulative, and once you do this, you never have to re-qualify for that 20% or that 10% ever again. You're done. All it comes down to now is helping people do exactly the same thing. So next step 3 is become a team developer. So that means you have a team builder on your left and a team builder on your right. So you've helped to refer to. Again, these are customers. These are people that are buying memberships. These are people that are purchasing Hilos. This is not people that decide to build a business. A team builder is just you refer to and they refer to as well. That makes you a team developer. This opens the entire plan up for career path recognition, matching bonuses, the car bonus, luxury, stock incentives. All this stuff is opened up at Team Developer, or TD. I call it going for a touchdown. You go for a touchdown and you win the game, because now once you're a team developer, the whole goal is helping other people become team developers and getting two. And that's really what it's all about. It's about the power of 2. I want to show you a quick example really quick. This is not an income claim. This is just if everything worked out perfectly and 2 people referred 2 people who referred 2 people and so on and so forth. If we did that through 12 weeks, let's say you did that. Let's say we did that. We started today and week 2 referred 2, then those 2 referred 2, and so on and so forth. After 12 weeks, you had 4,095 people that have been referred and are now part of the World Global Network. Well, if everyone bought just the single pack alone, whether that's 12 weeks or 12 months, you would earn $122,000 just from people purchasing those packs. If everyone bought the family pack, you'd earn about $409,000. Everyone bought the premium pack, you're going to earn about $655,000. Again, this is based off 2 people referring 2 people over the course of 12 weeks or 12 months. What we love about this is the loyalty membership. Loyalty membership with this company is what I would consider, what somebody is doing on a monthly basis if they were to, maybe if they were to purchase a product every month. Most product-based companies, you're looking at a $200 to $300 investment every month, or you might be getting that product for free, but it's built into the compensation plan, so you are still paying for it. You're just earning the ability to get it for free. With the monthly residual, with what this is really about a true residual, because what the loyalty membership is, it's something that is attached to the Hilo that protects that Hilo and gives you a massive amount of value for that $59 a month. Would you cancel your phone insurance? Would you cancel, all these different insurances that are out there? The loyalty membership is that to the next level. So if everyone, these 4,000 people, they all got the $59 membership, you're looking at a $24,000 a month residual. Now, that might sound outlandish to you, but there's people in this company, income disclosure, there's people in this company that have already done this, not on a monthly basis, but on a weekly basis, and times that by 5. So the opportunity is very large for people that see this as it is today, because this is still in the early adopter phase, because again, even though we're number 4 in the world, no one knows about World Global Network. Let's take a quick look at the loyalty membership. $59 a month, completely optional. No one is required to do this. When you do opt into the loyalty membership, this allows you to earn commissions above and beyond past team developer and be able to keep sales volume that never expires, which is a really cool thing. We can talk about that later. What it also does is it covers 5 pro apps of the Hilo. The Hilo Pro app is $12 a month, and that allows you to do so much more in terms of being able to do reporting to multiple people, have separate more guardians, more apps, all these different things. Will the Hilo work without the Pro app? Yes, you do not need the Pro app to work the Hilo, but it's a nice little bump to be able to have additional functionality of the Hilo, be able to store, continuously store all of your data and track it through something that we are just about to release, or actually in the process of releasing, which is called LifeLog, which is another cool thing. But that's $12 a month. So this loyalty membership covers 5 of those. If you think back to the packs we talked about, somebody has a family pack, it covers all 5 of those. It's not $59 per thing. It's $59, covers 5 of them. So right there, to me, value done, I'm in, let's do $59 a month. It keeps going though, because you get online tools that you can use if you wanted to build your business with it. You get a protection plan for the Hilo, and when the Infolio comes out, every month that you deposit $59, I see it as a deposit. I deposit $59, I get 75 loyalty points back, which is 1 loyalty point equals $1. And when I want to, the new Hilo comes out, you can see maybe that's a mock-up on the top right there. It won't probably look like that. That's just a pure mock-up, example purposes only. But you can kind of see the transition of what we've gone through. When a new Hilo comes out and it's $319, hey, I want to use my loyalty points. I could do that after 4 months being a loyalty member. I want the new Infolio when it comes out. I can use my loyalty points for that as well. So basically the company is paying me to be a loyalty member as a customer. They're going to protect my device and give me a new one when the newest technology comes out. Also, I talked about the money box a little while ago. 1% of your team volume commission. So let's say you earn $100,000 from your team volume commissions. Do the math. That's $1,000 extra that they're just going to give you at the end of the year of being a loyalty customer for 12 months. Total value, $1,426 plus the 1% loyalty box. Total investment, $700. For me, I was in when they said it covered, 6 apps or 5 of the Pro apps because we ordered the family pack. So I wanted that to cover all 5 of those. Then all these other things, and the company, I believe, is going to continue to bolt on more and additional things to this loyalty membership. And then also, it's $59. This adds to the compensation plan. So sales volume goes into this. There's a $6 fast start that the person that referred you earns as well. And this happens every single month that people purchase these loyalty memberships. This puts more money, more points, and more volume into the compensation plan. So let's talk about ranks and matching really quickly. We talked about where you can earn up to down to 10 levels, through 10 levels on check matching. So let's just income disclosure again on your own efforts, but let's do some math here. If, let's say, you're a double president, you did $100,000 in sales volume on your smaller team this week. Do the math. If you earn the team volume commissions, which would be 20% of that, that's your check, on top of earning check matches on all of these people. So you can start to do some math. It's very simple here to calculate what somebody would need to do in order to create the results that they want to create. Everything's math. You talk about the top of the company, Grand President Millionaire. We actually work with him. They do $1 million in a given week of volume. Do the math again, 20% of that, plus all these check matches and other bonuses that are in the plan as well. So there is an immense amount of opportunity here. Most people aim for Diamond is kind of where we show people to get to as soon as possible. Because again, do the math, 10,000 doing that every single week, 20% of that, you're looking at a really good income plus all the other things that are going on there. So Diamond is where we try to get people to in their first 90 days. If you're a person that goes, you know what, I want to go fast, can you show me how to do that? And that's what we will do. If you're someone that wants to go a little slower, that's okay too, because you can go at your own pace here. There's no time limit. There's no, oh my gosh, do this in your first 30 days. It's up to you at the pace that you want to set for yourself. Positioning is key. Kind of the last slide as I wrap up here. The reason that somebody would want to get in now is because as this organization builds out, more people are going to come in, and as more people come in, they have to go either on side A or side B. So if you wait to start with World Global Network, instead of being on the top, you're on the bottom, and there's not a horrible thing that happens because of that, because more people will come in. But again, this is about positioning as key. If you see at least an ounce of the opportunity here. You've seen what I showed you about this company going to a $2 billion company. If you see that and you're like, well, I'm still not sure, I would encourage you to position yourself, at least for now, and learn it as you go, because you don't want to miss the boat. And that's what's really cool about this company is, again, there's no time restraint. You can come in here, you can be a customer, you can be a member, and take your time with the business side. If you never do the business, that's okay, but at least you can say, you got in when it was good to get in and not when it was a $2 billion company, because it will get there with or without us. So with that, guys, I want to leave you with this. You've already seen, most likely you're watching this on WGNtour.com, but it's really simple. Here's about comfort zone sharing. You're not going to house parties. You're not doing crazy webinars. You're not doing all these crazy things that a lot of companies do. We get enrolled. We send videos. There's an app coming out that is so cool that you're going to be able to send videos right from that app. And then we follow up. We have them get on a webinar like this, or maybe use WGNtour.com and bring them through all of the videos that you've gone through too to get to where you are right now. So thank you guys so much for really being a part of this overview so you can kind of learn a little bit more about World Global Network. I can't wait to see the Hilo on you and what it can do for your life. And welcome to World Global Network. Until next time, bye for now.